Hi everybody, this is Eve the Craft Lady and I'm here to do my very first tutorial. And basically what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to show you how to make this sort of accordion style card pocket, which is best suited to an accordion wallet. So whatever accordion wallet you're making, if it has an accordion pocket area, then these card pockets will fit nicely into it. Whether, depending on how many card slots you make is up to you. So, okay, so without further ado, let me get to showing you how to do this. Okay. Basically, what you need to do is just a small amount of math. Really is or counting out. So you know that a horizontal card pocket is 3 3/4 long. You want, say, to make, I'm going to make 3 today, 3 of my style card pockets. So I need to do 4 lengths of 3 times 3 3/4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1 pocket, 1, 2, 3, a half, 1 pocket. That's 2 pockets, and then this is the 3rd pocket. So then you're going to lay out, and this adds up to 11 1/4 inches. If you're going to do only two card pockets, then it's 6 1/2. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. No, I'm wrong. 7 1/2. 7 1/2 inches for 2 of my style card pockets times 4 pieces of tape. Well, if you can lay out the length as 1 piece, then do that. Because I'm gonna have to make a loop with this tape, and I'm gonna have to connect 2 sides. So I'll tell you about that. I don't want to confuse you. But the best thing is, for now, I'm gonna make 3 of these pockets, and I'm gonna cut 4 lengths of tape at 11 1/4 inches. 11 1/4 inches. And once I do that, I already put together 1 strip. So once I do that, I'm just gonna make basically duct tape piece of fabric like we're used to making. And then I'm gonna have to attach the 2 sets of tape together. So I'm putting these together. If you don't do it so neatly, if there's some sticky, that's okay. I'm gonna trim mine a little bit. One side is gonna get brimmed, so it's okay if it has a little sticky showing. But on the bottom, you probably don't want the sticky to show, so I'm gonna cut my sticky off. And I'm talking and I'm not cutting very good, but okay. Okay, let me see. Okay. I'll cut a little bit more off. Okay. There we go. Nice and neat. So now it's okay if a little sticky is showing, as long as the other side doesn't really have any sticky. It doesn't really matter, because when you construct the wallet, it doesn't show. Okay. Now you do that to 2 pieces, and you make 2 strips of tape. And at this point, you're going to need to connect. So basically line the 2 sides that might have a little sticky together, and that's the side that you'll end up rimming. And then you'll attach them together. And essentially what I'm doing is, and you could just take a strip of, a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch piece of tape and cover up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Cover up that and attach these 2 strips together like this, and on the other side too. Boy, I'm making a mess of it, aren't I? I have some scraps laying around, so I'll use those like that. And then you'll want to trim anything that's hanging over. And now, basically, you're going to want to brim this long strip. Now, my board doesn't won't really hold a piece of tape that long. So I'm going to cut out my brim color, one strip of it, and then I'm gonna do it in pieces. But the reason why I'm doing that is because I want I don't want to have this connection, this junction here of tape sticking up. Otherwise you'll have to, you know, make a little fix for it and add the brim color to cover up the connecting of the sides, which we'll sort of have to do on the other side, but I have a technique so that the brim color will go right over it and you won't have to make any kind of repair to that little design feature. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just going to show you. So basically I'm going to cut a piece of tape that's the size, the length of one of my strips, which is 11 1/4. And then I'm going to cut that strip in half. If I find my ruler, I'll use this ruler. Basically. Like that. And then I'm going to line my strip up. I'll take it from this side. And because this is a 1/2 inch piece of tape, I'm going to put a quarter, let's see, a quarter, this is a whole inch of tape. So I'm going to put basically, I'm going to make my brim basically a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to lay it down and try to get it as even as possible. It's pretty good. It's going a little crooked. Still. I'm going to try to be as precise as I can be. It's not going to really matter because part of the brim really isn't going to show, and it's kind of down in the pocket. So let me see. That's sort of good. I'll try not to take up too much time. The next try, I'll go with it, and then it'll be what it'll be. But when you're doing it and you have your time and you're taking your time, then, you know, try to do it neatly because neatness counts. All right. So we'll just go with whatever this is. And I'm going to leave, I'm not going to fold this side over. I'm actually going to pull this up a little bit like this. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to try to do the other part. And I'm going to line it up with this piece here. However, it's sitting on my work like that. And then try to put it nice and neatly down, a 1/2 inch. Kind of a little unruly. Let's see. Okay. And if you have some bubbles, then just pull it up again, and there we go. And so this side, I'm going to pull up a little bit too, because I want to take my strip, turn it over, because I need to attach these two sides together. But you have to be careful not to get your sticky tape, you know, together. So if you need to, you know, put some of it down, roll it down, then do that so that you don't stick the two tapes together. And I want to connect these two sides together. So, and then once you have it on this side done, you can roll your tape down. And then you're going to want to do it on this side too. So I'm just pulling a little bit of the white tape up. like that. And then I'm going to add a strip of green that I have some laying around, but you can cut out more. Like that. And then you can layer. Now, when you're not trying to show a tutorial, you try to be a little bit neater, but I'm trying to just show you guys the basic technique. And so my work is not being as neat as I would like it to be, but that's okay because I'm showing you guys something. So you'll give me some flexibility here. Okay. Now we have this tube of duct tape. It's really cool. And we're going to essentially, now we have to measure. Okay, I'm sorry, my memory card got full, so, well, I'm shaking you guys all over the place. So, I had to reset. Okay, so here we have this loop, and basically what we're going to do now is measure out with our ruler on our board and our, where did I put my, I need to find my pen and a pen, how, you know, how many pockets we made it for 3 pockets, so I'm hoping that that's what we're gonna have. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 3/4, and then we're gonna put a mark, because this is where we're basically going to put our staples, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 and a half. It's 3 3/4, and we're gonna have our other pocket here, and we're gonna put a mark. And then hopefully we have enough room to make this other pocket. We'll see how it goes. So now we have our marks, and we're going to use the stapler. And to use the stapler, we're going to have to fold this over. Mine is kind of small, so I fold my piece over a little bit, and then I go and I basically staple along the line that I made, and I put in about 3 staples down the line right there, and then I'd have to do it to the other side. So I fold it over. Now I'm not stapling this part down, I'm just making it shorter so that I can fit it underneath my stapler. I'm only stapling along these lines, and I'm only catching these 2 pieces. I'm not catching 4 pieces of duct tape, no. Okay, just for clarification. So I'm stuffing it in there, and I'm only going to be closing the 2 sides of the duct tape. I'm not catching 4 pieces of duct tape in my stapler. Okay. So now we're getting close to having this done. It's very exciting. So now we have these 3 openings, and what we're going to do is we're going to squish them like this. Squish them down the middle, and we're going to basically, you know, work with the duct tape and sort of make it so that they kind of, you know, line up the staples. Now, so it looks like this. And all I did was pretty much squish them together. Okay. And you're very close. Now what we want to do is we want to clean this up a little bit and put some tape, a strip of tape down here and a strip of tape down here, and kind of hold that together nice. And then the same with this one. We'll put a strip on each side. And we don't need to worry about the staples, because in the construction, the staples are down in here. And you're never really going to see the staples. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get a piece of tape. I'm going to use the green tape. I already have a scrap piece, so I'm just going to use that for this. Nah, I'll take a new piece, never mind. Okay, so I'm getting a piece of green tape. Now, you need 4 little strips, about a 1/4 inch wide, that are just the length of the duct tape. So I pretty much only need about 2 inches of tape. I'll cut a little extra just in case I mess up. But basically, you're cutting these little strips of tape. And they don't have to be precise. And we're going to use them to lay them inside of here. So I'm going to pick up a piece, hold this flat, and go in and sort of manipulate and hold the tape down and look on both sides and put it inside there. Basically in there. In there. And then we're going to turn it over and do it to the back side of that. Now, this is just a way of reinforcing it. You don't absolutely have to do this. I like to do it, but if you don't want to do it, it's really not going to. I just think it makes it look a little bit nicer to not have that slit there in the pocket. Maybe when you make it, you'll see that you don't really mind the slit. So now I'm going to do it to the other pocket. Take a piece of tape. Now, the more consistent you are with the size of the strips that you've cut, then these, this is going to stick up and out. So either you can put a little white tape over that. You can't see, I'm sorry. This is going to stick up. You can either put a little piece of white tape over that, or you can just leave it as a design element. I personally don't mind it, but I would try to make the pieces of tape consistent in size so that they all look the same, and not like, a little thin strip and then a fat strip, and then that sort of begins to look a little messy. I'm going to lay this piece down in there, get this last one done. Lay it down and then make sure it's good. So essentially, this is the card pocket holder. Now, what you're going to want to do is make 2 sides to attach it to. You need to make one side here and one side here of your wallet, such as this. This side, I attached it, and then this part of my billfold, and I attached it. And I'll do that real quick just to show you. Ooh, I kicked you again. Sorry. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 pieces, like say hidden pocket type. And I'm going to make them 4 inches wide and 3 inches long. Like this. And turn it over. And I'm going to just show you one side. And I'm going to actually do a built-in brim so that the edge is neat on the top. So I'm going to line it up 1/4 of an inch above the line, and then I'm going to put my tape down. And then I'm going to trim this all up, make it nice and neat. Sorry, my card got full again. Okay, so basically I just put that other piece of tape down, and now I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put that little piece of tape down so it's nice and neat, and then I'm going to trim up and make sure that I'm nice and neat at what did I say, 4 inches. So anything yucky I'm cutting off. And it's okay if a little sticky shows. So, let me take this piece of tape. I don't really like it when sticky shows. And so, there we go. Okay, so to attach this pocket to, say, a secret pocket or a billfold, you're going to lay it down at the bottom of your, so you're going to actually have accordions on this. So you're going to attach accordions. But you're going to lay this down on the bottom of your sheet, and then you're going to take a strip of tape and basically cover the bottom and tuck the pocket. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take a 3 1/4, 3 3/4, sorry, I keep on saying 3 1/4, but it's 3 3/4 strip of tape. And then I'm going to cut it in, I guess I'm going to just take about a 1/2 inch of it. And I'm going to lay it down inside my pocket. Now, it might be a little bit big. It might be a little bit long. But that's okay, because you can always trim it. It's better to have it sort of go to the side. And then you can, if you have too much tape there, then take a little pair of scissors and trim it. So basically, it's being sealed in down here. Being sealed in down here. And then if you want, you can flip it over and then add another strip of tape to that side. And the reason is, add another strip of tape here, because I'd like to use that as another pocket. And I don't really want to have a whole lot of sticky stuff down there. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to seal it like this. And you can use clear tape if you want to, because clear tape, and if there's a little extra piece hanging over, you can always trim that off too. Like this. Okay. And now what you want to do is basically attach this little pocket to the edge, this side and this side. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to just say cut 2 inches by 1 inch or less, depending on how, you know, design wise, what it is that you like. And I'm going to lay it down on my pocket. Like that. And then you can flip it over and take it and like this. And then we'll do it to this side. We'll lay it down here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I wonder if my hands are really in the way. Like that, and then flip it over like that. So essentially you've attached it to whatever it is that you're trying to fit it into, and then you can have an extra pocket right there. So regular regular card pocket, and then all these pockets. And then you're going to want to do the same on this side. So I hope this is helpful. Please let me know, like, subscribe, leave me comments. Basically, I really just wanted to show you the technique of making these pockets, and I hope this works for you and that you'll be able to add this style of pocket into your wallet creations, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, have a good one now. Bye.